Ready to get in on the next big thing? Today we're unlocking secrets to finding hidden gems poised for explosive growth. Discover the 10 best stocks to buy before they skyrocket. From a beauty titan to a beverage giant, we've got a powerhouse lineup. Make sure to watch till the end for smart, informed investment decisions. Hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more financial updates. Kicking things off, we're diving headfirst into the world of beauty with a company that needs no introduction, Estee Lauder, ticker symbol, EL. This isn't just another cosmetics company, it's a global powerhouse built on a foundation of luxury, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to quality. For decades, Estee Lauder has been synonymous with prestige beauty, captivating consumers with iconic brands like Estee Lauder itself, Clinique, MAC, and La Mer, just to name a few. Their portfolio reads like a who's who of the beauty aisle, catering to a diverse range of customers and their unique needs. But Estee Lauder isn't resting on its laurels. This company is a trailblazer, constantly pushing the boundaries of beauty with cutting-edge research and development. Their commitment to innovation is evident in their groundbreaking formulas, luxurious textures, and trend-setting products that keep them ahead of the curve. From skincare to makeup, fragrance to hair care, Estee Lauder has established itself as a dominant force in every facet of the beauty industry. And that, my friends, is a recipe for long-term success in a market that shows no signs of slowing down. Now let's talk numbers, because that's what gets investors excited. With a market cap of $29.95 billion, an EPS of 0.57, and a PE ratio of 146.37, and revenue at $15.61 billion in 2024, net income of $390 million, and a dividend yield of 2.79%. Estee Lauder is a compelling investment opportunity. Estee Lauder is strategically positioned to capitalize on several major trends shaping the global beauty landscape. We're talking about the rise of e-commerce, the increasing demand for personalized beauty solutions, and a growing emphasis on sustainable and ethical practices. Estee Lauder is light years ahead of the competition, having already established a robust online presence and a loyal digital following. They're masters of leveraging social media and influencer marketing to connect with a new generation of beauty enthusiasts. But it's not just about digital prowess. Estee Lauder understands that today's consumer craves personalization. They're investing heavily in technology and data analytics to provide customized product recommendations and tailor their offerings to individual needs. And let's not forget about sustainability. Estee Lauder is committed to responsible sourcing, reducing their environmental footprint, and promoting social responsibility. This commitment to ethical practices resonates deeply with today's conscious consumer, further solidifying their position as a leader in the industry. Alright investors, let's raise a glass to our next stock pick, a true titan in the global beverage industry, Anheuser-Busch InBev, or AB InBev for short, with ticker symbol BUD. Now when it comes to quenching the world's thirst, nobody does it better than this beverage behemoth. We're talking about the company behind some of the most iconic beer brands on the planet, Budweiser, Corona, Stella Artois, just to name a few. These aren't just beers, they're global icons, synonymous with good times, celebrations, and unforgettable experiences. But AB InBev's dominance goes far beyond brand recognition. Their global reach is simply unmatched. We're talking about a truly global operation with breweries and distribution networks spanning every corner of the globe. From the Americas to Europe, Asia to Africa, AB InBev is bringing its portfolio of beloved beverages to thirsty consumers worldwide. And they're not just about beer anymore. AB InBev has been strategically diversifying its portfolio, expanding into exciting new categories like hard seltzers, ready-to-drink cocktails, and even non-alcoholic beverages. This strategic move ensures they stay ahead of evolving consumer tastes and capture a larger share of the ever-growing beverage market. With a market cap of $96.29 billion, an EPS of 3.99 with a PE ratio of 12.33, revenue of $59.38 billion in 2023, net income of $5.346 billion, and a dividend yield of 1.31%. AB InBev is a powerhouse in the industry. Now you might be thinking, can a company this big really keep growing? The answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. And here's why. AB InBev has a proven track record of success and a winning strategy for continued growth. First, they're masters of efficiency. AB InBev is constantly optimizing its operations, streamlining its supply chain, and leveraging its massive scale to drive down costs and maximize profitability. Second, they're laser-focused on innovation. AB InBev is constantly investing in research and development, exploring new brewing techniques, and developing exciting new products to keep pace with evolving consumer preferences. And finally, they're committed to sustainability. AB InBev understands that environmental and social responsibility are not just good for the planet but good for business. They're investing heavily in water conservation, renewable energy, and responsible sourcing to reduce their environmental footprint and ensure the long-term sustainability of their operations. Alright, moving right along to our number 3 pick, we're heading down south, way south, to the heart of Latin America. You know how much I love a good fiesta, and when it comes to beverages in Latin America, one name reigns supreme: Ambev, with ticker symbol ABEV. Ambev is the king, the queen, the emperor of the beverage market down there. We're talking about a massive presence in Brazil, Argentina, and beyond. They're like that friend who walks into a party and everyone yells their name. That's the kind of market dominance we're talking about. But it's not just about size with Ambev. These folks know how to grow. Latin America is experiencing a surge in its middle class, and guess who's perfectly positioned to capitalize on that? You got it, Ambev. More people with more disposable income means more people reaching for an ice-cold beverage on a hot day, and Ambev's got the supply to meet that demand. Listen, I'm always on the lookout for companies that are tapped into powerful trends, and Ambev's riding a wave that's only getting bigger. They're a dominant force with a whole lot of room to grow, and that's why they've earned their spot on our list of stocks ready to blast off. Let's talk numbers. Market cap: $29.1 billion, EPS 0.88, PE ratio 2.10, revenue $79.74 billion in 2023, net income $14.5 billion, dividend yield 5.54%. With these impressive figures, it's clear why Ambev is a top pick. More people with more disposable income means more people reaching for an ice-cold beverage on a hot day, and Ambev's got the supply to meet that demand. Now you might be thinking, Ambev, beer, got it. But hold on a second, because Ambev is about more than just your ice-cold cervezas. These guys are strategic, they're diversified, and they're not afraid to expand their empire. We're talking about a company that's got its fingers in all sorts of pies, from soft drinks to juices to energy drinks. They're covering all their bases, making sure they've got something for everyone in the family. They're like the beverage aisle come to life, and that kind of diversification is what makes a company resilient. And let's not forget about their partnerships. Ambev has teamed up with some of the biggest names in the game, like PepsiCo, to expand their reach and tap into even more markets. These guys are master collaborators, and they know how to leverage those relationships for maximum impact. So, when you put it all together, the market dominance, the growth potential, the diversification, and those strategic partnerships, you've got yourself a recipe for success. Ambev is a company that's built to last, and I'm betting on them to deliver some serious returns for investors. Alright, Patriots, it's time to talk about a company that's near and dear to my heart. A company that embodies American strength and ingenuity. We're talking about the backbone of our naval might, the builders of the baddest ships on the planet, Huntington Ingalls, ticker HI. Now I know what you're thinking, are we really talking about defense stocks? You bet your bottom dollar we are. Because when it comes to investing, I want my money backing companies that are essential, companies that play a vital role in something bigger than themselves. And trust me, it doesn't get much more essential than Huntington Ingalls. These are the folks who build and maintain the ships that keep our country safe, the ships that project American power around the globe. We're talking aircraft carriers, submarines, destroyers, the whole 9 yards. They're like the master craftsmen of the sea, building these incredible vessels with precision and expertise that's unmatched anywhere in the world. The company has a market cap of $7.72 billion with an EPS, 17.71, a PE ratio, 11.14, and a revenue of $11.45 billion in 2023 with net income of $681 million. They pay out a dividend yield of 2.66%. Now, some folks might shy away from defense stocks, thinking they're too volatile, too unpredictable. But let me tell you, that's just not the case with Huntington Ingalls. See, Huntington Ingalls benefits from something called a backlog. That means they've got a long list of orders from the government, ensuring a steady stream of revenue for years to come. We're talking about billions of dollars in contracted work, folks. That's the kind of stability that lets you sleep soundly at night. And let's not forget about the global landscape. With tensions rising around the world, countries are beefing up their defenses, and that means more demand for the kind of high-end naval vessels that Huntington Ingalls builds. They're in the right place at the right time, and their expertise is more valuable than ever. So if you're looking for a stock that's got it all: stability, growth potential, and a touch of patriotic pride, then look no further than Huntington Ingalls. This is a company that's built to withstand any storm, and they're ready to deliver smooth sailing for investors like you and me. Alright friends, let's raise a glass to our next pick, a company that knows a thing or two about good times and great spirits. We're talking about the legendary Brown-Forman, ticker symbol BF.B, the name behind some of the most iconic brands in the world. I'm talking about Jack Daniel's, that smooth Tennessee whiskey that's been a favorite for generations. I'm talking about Woodford Reserve, the bourbon that's taking the world by storm. And let's not forget about Finlandia vodka, the taste of pure glacial goodness. These are brands that have stood the test of time, brands that people know and trust. Brands that are synonymous with quality and good taste, and that's what makes Brown-Forman such a powerhouse. They're not just selling drinks, they're selling experiences, they're selling memories. And in a world that's constantly changing, that kind of brand loyalty is priceless. It's what allows Brown-Forman to weather any storm, to navigate economic ups and downs, to come out on top no matter what. With a market cap of $15.65 billion, an EPS of 2.12, a PE ratio of 15.57, revenue of $4.18 billion in 2024, net income of $1.02 billion, and a dividend yield of 2.67%, Brown-Forman is a solid investment. Now I know some folks might think the spirits industry is a tough one to be in. Trends come and go, tastes change, but Brown-Forman has a secret weapon, their commitment to premiumization. They understand that today's consumer is looking for quality, for craftsmanship, for something special. And that's exactly what Brown-Forman delivers. They're constantly innovating, experimenting with new flavors, new finishes, new ways to elevate the drinking experience. And let's not forget about their global reach. Brown-Forman's brands are enjoyed in over 170 countries around the world. They're tapping into new markets, reaching new consumers, and spreading the joy of their spirits far and wide. So, if you're looking for a stock that's built on a foundation of quality, innovation, and global appeal, then raise a glass to Brown-Forman. This is a company that's poised for continued success, and I'm betting on them to deliver some sweet returns for investors. Alright folks, let's talk about a company that's been making waves in the world of healthcare for decades, GSK. They've been at the forefront of developing life-changing medications and vaccines, and their commitment to improving global health is truly commendable. From everyday remedies to groundbreaking treatments for serious illnesses, GSK has a finger on the pulse of what the world needs. They're constantly researching and innovating, looking for new ways to combat diseases and improve people's lives. Now, I know what you're thinking, pharmaceuticals? That sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry. But trust me, this is one industry where boring is beautiful. GSK's steady performance and consistent growth make it a stock worth considering for the long haul. They've got a massive global presence, reaching patients in over 150 countries. That kind of reach, combined with their unwavering commitment to research and development, tells me GSK is here to stay, and they're only going to get stronger. Now, let's talk numbers, because at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? GSK has a solid track record of delivering returns to investors, and their dividend payouts are nothing to sneeze at. They're constantly looking for ways to improve efficiency and streamline their operations, which means more money in their pockets, and potentially yours too. They understand that a healthy business means healthy returns for investors. GSK's market cap is at $71.96 billion with an EPS of 0.62, a PE ratio of 56.70, and revenue of $30.33 billion in 2023. Their net income came in at $4.93 billion and dividend yield of 4.41%. But it's not just about the bottom line with GSK. They're committed to making their products accessible to people all over the world, regardless of their income level. They understand that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. So there you have it, GSK, a company that's doing good while doing well. They're a powerhouse in the pharmaceutical industry, and I believe they're poised for continued growth in the years to come. Now let's talk about a company that doesn't get a lot of love, but plays a vital role in our lives, Rentokil Initial. They're the unsung heroes of hygiene, the silent guardians against pests, and yes, they're a publicly traded company. Think about it. Nobody wants to deal with rats in their basement or cockroaches in their kitchen. Rentokil Initial is there to tackle those problems head-on, providing peace of mind and a clean, pest-free environment. They're not just about squashing bugs though. Rentokil Initial provides a wide range of hygiene services, from air purification to washroom solutions. They're all about creating healthier, safer environments for everyone. And with their global reach and commitment to innovation, I believe Rentokil Initial is well positioned to capitalize on the growing demand for hygiene and pest control services. With a market cap of $12.58 billion, an EPS of 0.28, a PE ratio of 90.34, revenue of $5.38 billion in 2023, with net income of $381 million, and a dividend yield of 2.32%, Rentokil Initial is a strong contender in the market. Now, you might be thinking, pest control? Is that really a booming industry? And the answer is a resounding yes. Think about it. Economic downturn or boom, nobody wants roaches. People will always need food, shelter, and pest control. It's a basic human need, and that makes Rentokil Initial a fantastic example of a recession-proof business. They provide a service that people will always need regardless of the economic climate. And let's not forget about the growing awareness of hygiene and sanitation, especially in the wake of recent global events. People are more conscious than ever about keeping their homes and workplaces clean and safe. That translates into a growing market for Rentokil Initial services. They're at the forefront of this trend, constantly innovating and developing new solutions to meet the evolving needs of their customers. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about a company that's tapping into one of the largest consumer markets in the world. Yum China. Yes, folks, we're talking about KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell, but with a distinctly Chinese twist. Yum China has mastered the art of taking beloved Western brands and adapting them to local tastes. They've cracked the code of the Chinese consumer, and their success speaks for itself. They're not just serving up the same old chicken and pizza, though. Yum China is constantly innovating, introducing new menu items and concepts that cater specifically to the Chinese palate. Think Peking duck-flavored pizza and congee with fried chicken. And with a rapidly growing middle class in China, and an insatiable appetite for Western fast food with a local twist, Yum China is perfectly positioned to capitalize on this massive market opportunity. With a market cap of $17.56 billion, an EPS of 2.28, a PE ratio of 20.29, revenue of $10.98 billion in 2023, net income of $827 million, and a dividend yield of 1.38%, Yum China is a compelling investment opportunity. Now let's talk about why Yum China is a company worth keeping your eye on. First off, they have a proven track record of success in one of the most dynamic and fastest-growing economies in the world. They're not just riding the coattails of their parent company, Yum Brands. Yum China is a standalone powerhouse, making strategic acquisitions and expanding its footprint across China at a breakneck pace. They're also investing heavily in technology, from mobile ordering and delivery to AI-powered kitchen management systems. Yum China understands that to stay ahead of the game, you need to embrace innovation. So if you're looking for a company that's tapping into a massive market with huge growth potential, look no further than Yum China. Alright folks, let's talk comfort food. And when I say comfort food, I mean the kind that warms you up from the inside out, the kind your grandma used to make. I'm talking about Campbell Soup Company, ticker symbol CPB. Now I know what you're thinking, soup. In this economy, hear me out. Campbell's isn't just your grandma's chicken noodle anymore, though they've definitely perfected that. They've got a whole portfolio of brands, from Pepperidge Farm to V8, covering everything from snacks to beverages. They're a household name, a staple in pantries across the country, and that kind of brand recognition is priceless. But here's the kicker, Campbell's is adapting to the times. They're innovating, coming out with new flavors, healthier options, and convenient packaging to keep up with our on-the-go lifestyles. They're appealing to a whole new generation of consumers while still holding on to that classic nostalgic charm. That's the kind of forward-thinking strategy I like to see. Campbell's is a company with a solid foundation and a finger on the pulse of what consumers want. They're not afraid to evolve, and that's why I think they're a stock worth keeping your eye on. Their market cap is at $11.56 billion, EPS 1.12, PE ratio 34.66, revenue at $9.64 billion in 2024, with net income at $567 million. Their dividend yield is at 3.87%. Let's talk about Campbell's global reach for a second. They're not just a household name in America, they've got a presence all over the world. That's a massive market they're tapping into, and it's a testament to the universal appeal of their products. And it's not just about expanding their reach, it's about strategic acquisitions. Campbell's has been making smart moves, acquiring brands that align with consumer trends and diversifying their portfolio. They're not just keeping up with the times, they're staying ahead of the curve. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but isn't the packaged food industry struggling? And yeah, there are definitely challenges. But here's the thing, Campbell's is aware of those challenges, and they're actively addressing them. They're focusing on innovation, on healthier options, on sustainability. They're listening to what consumers want and adapting their strategies accordingly. To me, that's a sign of a strong company, one that's willing to evolve and stay ahead of the game. Let's raise a toast to our next stock pick, shall we? And what better way to celebrate potential skyrocketing success than with a company that knows a thing or two about fine beverages? I'm talking about Constellation Brands, ticker symbol STZ, a global leader in the beverage industry with a portfolio that'll make your head spin, in a good way of course. We're talking about iconic beer brands like Corona, Modelo, and Pacifico, perfect for those backyard barbecues and beach days. But hold on, there's more! Constellation Brands also boasts a collection of premium wine and spirits, from Robert Mondavi wines to Svedka vodka. They've got something for everyone, and that's a recipe for success in my book. But here's what really excites me about Constellation Brands. Their commitment to premiumization. They're not just selling drinks, they're crafting experiences. They're tapping into the growing consumer demand for higher quality, more sophisticated beverages, and that's a smart move in today's market. Constellation Brands understands that consumers are becoming more discerning, more interested in quality over quantity, and they're delivering on that desire with a portfolio that screams premium, from the taste to the packaging. Let's not forget the numbers. Market cap of $32.67 billion, EPS of 3.76, PE ratio of 48.09, revenue of $9.96 billion in 2024, net income of $1.73 billion, and a dividend yield of 2.17%. Now let's talk about innovation, because Constellation Brands isn't content with just resting on their laurels. They're constantly exploring new trends, new flavors, and new ways to engage consumers. They're investing in ready-to-drink cocktails, hard seltzers, and other emerging categories that are taking the market by storm. They're not afraid to experiment, to push boundaries, and to be at the forefront of what's next in the beverage industry. And that kind of forward-thinking approach is what sets them apart from the competition. But here's the thing, Constellation Brands isn't just focused on the here and now. They're thinking long-term, investing in sustainability initiatives and social responsibility programs that resonate with today's consumers. They understand that building a successful brand goes beyond just the bottom line. They're committed to ethical sourcing, reducing their environmental impact, and giving back to the communities where they operate. And that, my friends, is the mark of a company that's built to last. And there you have it, folks, my top 10 stock picks poised to skyrocket. Remember, this isn't financial advice, just my personal opinion. Hold on, before you go, I want to let you in on a little secret. If you want to know my secret for finding winning stocks, it's Forecaster. Try it for free today. Click the link in the description with my code Galore10. Join the Stocks Galore Patreon for exclusive stock tips and analysis. Link is in the description. Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Until next time, happy investing.